Hi guys, today's video is a DIY how to make your very own beer pong table. This video not only covers the painting process, but how to build your table from scratch, starting with a piece of plywood.
Hi baby! Hi.
Hi.
So we started out with a board that was this size, which is the size of plywood you can buy, which is how 4 by 8.
4 foot by 8.
4 foot by 8 foot. We cut down the side so we could make, imagine if this is the board, a little bit of an edge to make it look thicker without having all that weight. So we cut 2 1/4 inch pieces, and then our actual board is right here, and we decided on 6.5 by 2.5 feet because it's going inside a dorm room, so it can't be the full 8 by 2, but we wanted it a little wider so you can put the cups on the side. And then we glued together the 2 1/4 inch pieces, glued 2 together, each one for like the side of the board, the other side, and then the sides, so that they'll be right here, but they'll be thicker because we bought 1/2 inch plywood and it's just a little thinner, so that it'd be lighter, but we want the side things to be a little thicker. Is that it?
And that's where we are right now. Waiting for the glue to dry.
And now we're just waiting for the glue to dry. So we used this glue. It's just wood glue. I think you can use any wood glue. And
not Elmer's glue.
Not Elmer's glue. And we glued together like the 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. And then we're squeezing them together so that they stick all the way down here.
Good job.
Excited about the beer pong table?
When we created our side pieces, we left them a little long so we could cut them down to be perfectly flat at the end, so they would fit together nicely under the table.
Now we have to...
So now we're kind of dealing with the same idea as when we binded these 2 pieces of wood together, but we're using the same glue to attach it to the actual table, and then we're going to flip it over and nail it in so that it's extra secure. Screw in.
That's what it's going to look like right here. Basically, that's how it's going to look. Right?
Yep. So what did we just do?
So we drilled a pilot hole that went down into the skirt below with a smaller bit. Then we drilled a little bit larger hole into the top board. And then I drilled a countersink, and then I put the screw in. And I sunk the head down slightly so we could fill the hole.
Now we've just got to fill in the nail holes, and then we can start priming it.
You did earlier.
So now we've got it all taped in the design I wanted, and we used frog tape because it has sharper lines than Scotch. and also it lasts for 21 days with clean removal. So we have 21 days to paint and still get the sharp lines when we remove it without picking up any of the paint we don't want picked up.
The next thing I did was lay out my design with sticky notes. Then we got our first coat of paint down.
So in terms of amount of paint, they had 3 different sizes at the Michael's store I went to. You know, like the regular size that you see a lot. Then they had, which is 2 ounces, and they had a 4 ounces and an 8 ounces. The colors I was using for backgrounds I bought in the 8 ounces, and then accent colors I bought in the 4 and the 2 ounces, depending on what they had in stock. Because I thought I would be using almost like a full tube of this, but honestly I really didn't, so you could probably stick with the 2 and the 4. So now that we're completely done painting the table, we went to Home Depot and we bought polyurethane for the top coat. A lot of people use resin, but the amount of resin you need for a table this size is about $100 worth, so it was just not something we were willing to spend. So we're going to try this out. A couple people have used it and it seems to work pretty well. This is a triple thick one, so it should be a little bit thicker, glossier shine. Let's use a brush, but we are going to try it with a roller because that's just a lot of table to do with just a brush.
We ended up with too many bubbles using a roller, so we had to brush it all on. Then, per the polyurethane instructions, we sanded it down before we did our second coat. So here it is, the final product. The description of this video has all the things you will need to build your own beer pong table. Happy building!